Hey guys, what is up? This is Dr. Quads. Today, we're gonna help you get Betaflight 4.4 set up on your drone, and most importantly, that super desirable return to home feature that has come out now with Betaflight 4.4, what to do and how to set it up. The first thing you wanna do is head over to GitHub's Betaflight Configurator Releases. So click on that, you're gonna go down here. You can use the portable version or the installer. Download whatever is right for you and then install it. Pretty simple there. Plug your quad in to Betaflight, go to CLI, and just type in diff all. Now the reason why you're doing this is not to put into Betaflight 4.4 because you can't actually put your diff all into Betaflight 4.4 if you're coming from 4.3. You can always go back to 4.3 if something happened and you're gonna have your configuration. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to update firmware, and you're gonna go ahead and update your firmware. Now, if you haven't seen this before, I would say don't worry too much. 9 times out of 10, you can just click load firmware online and make sure you full chip erase. You need to go up here to release and release candidates, and maybe even show release candidates. Because if you don't have that, it will just be 4.3, but show release candidates, release and release candidates, and then you'll be able to see the RC5. So select that, load the firmware, and flash it. I'm not gonna do that because I've already done it, but once you're done flashing, go into configuration and make sure your GPS is working. Now, my GPS is not working because I don't have a battery in my quad, and the GPS isn't power on unless I have a battery. I'm not gonna do that now, but it's pretty standard. Just make sure you have your GPS selected. Also, you need to remember to have in your ports tab your GPS for the UART that you put it onto. So once your GPS is working, plug in a battery, plug it in Betaflight, make sure that you see the GPS tab. Maybe you got your RX and your TX backwards. I do it all the time. Just once you get the GPS working, okay? Once you see it up here, it's lit up, and you know that it's working, that's really great. So now what you wanna do is you want to go to modes, and you wanna take a look at GPS rescue. So set up a switch on your controller for GPS rescue. I have 2 because I have multiple things controlling this channel, so I need to make sure that if my lights are on, I hit GPS rescue, it'll still go. You wanna take a look at the numbers here, all right? So 900 to 2100. Right here, you see this looks to be 3600 or 3500. So 3500 right there. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna fail safe. And right here on the channel fallback settings, you see here aux3, GPS rescue, GPS rescue. I'm gonna change that from hold to set, and I'm gonna set that to 1350. I said 3500, I meant to say 1350. That's the value that we see over here on modes, right? So when I'm actually activating GPS rescue, aux3 will be set to 1350. Or it could also be, is that 1650? Yeah, 1650, that could work too, but I just chose 1350 because whatever. So you're gonna go over here and it's gonna be on drop, and you're gonna set that to GPS rescue. Okay, when it comes to all these, I would say just leave it at default. I always do, and I've never had an issue, but I'm sure you could probably tune this, and there'll be a day that either I or somebody else makes a really great video talking about how to tune this properly, because of course now, with it landing for you also, you need to kind of know what your throttle hover is. When it comes to ELRS, I don't know if you need to do this. Well, I certainly didn't do it. But when it comes to Crossfire, now we're gonna jump over to my cell phone because I'm gonna have to record what you need to set in the Crossfire controller to make sure that if your controller loses signal or if your controller dies or something, that it's not just gonna fall out of the air, it's actually gonna do what you set here. On the drone here. And now we're gonna go to our controller, go to System, go to the TBS agent light, and we're gonna wait and see where is the Nano RX. Oh, there we go. And click on that, go to General, and fail-safe mode. Make sure this is on cut and not position, FS position. If you don't have that, it won't work. In closing, I would like to say that 99 times out of 100, you're gonna have your video signal cut out before your controller cuts out. And so that means that you're not actually gonna have the quad go into GPS rescue mode on its own, because you're still connected with your controller, but you can't see anything, so you can't fly. And so that's why it's really important, if you wanna get used to GPS rescue, or if you wanna rely on GPS rescue, to develop really great muscle memory with hitting the GPS rescue button whenever you know that stuff has hit the fan. I just got to give a shout out to the Betaflight team. They're absolutely crushing it, and they're giving schmoes like me the ability to compete with DJI, because now my customers are no longer saying, oh, well, I just want to get the Avata because it's got GPS return to home. Well, hey, guess what? Mine does too now. And the day that the Betaflight team gets position hold is going to be a magical day for builders, because now we're really able to create special drones with all the full featured capabilities of something that normally only DJI could have. So thank you so much to the Betaflight team. And guys, I hope this helped a lot. Make sure to like, subscribe, and thank you so much to all my Patreons, because it's you guys that help me keep doing this day to day.